Welcome, Queen. Did you know that statistics show that 10% of marriages end in the first year? And if you live together before you were married, you increase the chances of your marriage ending in the first year. Because living together creates a false sense of security that you are equipped, that you are ready, that you are able to handle and maintain and manage a marriage and the challenges that come with being married. And you see, there is no I in the word us. And yet, too often when we think about love, we focus solely on I. We have the perspective of I, me, myself, and I. And doing this creates a problem, oftentimes many problems, because we haven't mastered us. When I say us, I mean loving us. Because, see, when you master loving us, you understand that means that you put I aside because you understand the power of relationship is that you desire to have a relationship with someone other than you. And yet, if we don't take this seriously, we can find ourselves unable and unwilling to put I to the side. So you must be able to understand and discern that you must be open to serve another person. And see, we don't like that word serve, but when you are in a relationship with someone else, you are actually saying to that person that, hey, I'm here, I'm open, I'm ready, I'm able, I have the ability to be a value add to your life. And how do you do that? Through serving. And serving takes on a number of different forms, especially in a marriage. So consider that and consider whether or not the guy you are interested in shows signs of being willing to serve. Not just in his words, but in his thoughts, in his actions, even when you're not around. Is it evident or is there some support to show that this God is truly interested in us and not just what's best for himself? Because when another person is arrogant, when they refuse to accept truth from their partner, when they are unwilling or unable to address mindsets or areas and traits and behaviors, or even other relationships that are negatively impacting you, and you're their partner, you're in a relationship with them, and they are showing up, they are doing things, they are involved in things that are having a negative impact on you and the state and quality of the relationship that you have with them, then that should cause you to pause, because that means that this guy, he hasn't mastered us. And the thing with that is, we first must master, or at least be interested in mastering, self awareness. Because if we aren't aware about self, we're going to have blind spots. And those blind spots are going to prevent us from being able to see ourselves clearly. And if we're not open to hearing about our blind spots, then we cannot grow, we cannot evolve. And I personally have the privilege, although I'm not married, I have the privilege and honor of being around people who are. I have the privilege of having coaches and mentors who are, and they are happily married. And one of those mentors shared his story. And yes, I do, as a coach, work with other coaches because I understand, as I said, as humans, we have blind spots. And the right coach can get you from where you are to where you desire to be faster with better ease. And here's the story that my coach shared. He said that he was talking about his marriage and he was asked to rate his marriage. He rated it high, a 7 or an 8. He said he wanted to rate it higher, but he chose to be gracious. What he didn't realize was that his wife had a very different perspective and she rated it very low. But what did that do? It gave him a reality check and it gave him the ability to see what he was thinking wasn't what she was thinking. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's a good thing for him. And he credits being able to make the shift, the pivot, to make adjustments as the reason that they're still together today. And it's been over 20 years. So you see, when you master us, you master understanding that it's not just about you. It really is us. You master understanding and knowing that it's a partnership. And no, you won't ever reach perfection because none of us are perfect. But you will be constantly and openly willing to evolve, to check in, to check the heartbeat, to check the status and state of your relationship. So when you think about the guy that you may be dating, when you think about the guy that you may be interested in, does he have a desire outside of himself to see the relationship that you have or that you may potentially have with him as more than just serving him and his needs? Is he really open and willing to put what he wants to the side or what he thinks down and pick up a new belief system so that it can help the relationship evolve and thrive? Because if not, that's an issue. So think about that, because as I mentioned, my coach, he made a shift. That means that he changed, he pivoted. So yes, humans are able to change. So if this trait is not showing up in this man, it doesn't mean he can't develop it. He can develop it, but he has to be willing. You can't force him. So look at that as you look at being with him and understand, if the man you're interested in doesn't care to master us, you're likely interested in a man who won't weather the storm of life. As always, I'm Coach Sam telling you that 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours, you can change your life. So go ahead and do something life-changing now.